Good morning. Good morning. How are we today? Can you hear the rain? There's so much of it today. It's December 2nd, and I want to talk about something that people want to ask me, but they don't. One person has asked me, and the answer has remained the same. Will I ever be a classroom teacher again? Probably not. For lots of reasons. The first thing I can think of is yesterday I came across a post of the school district that I live in. They're having a planning day, teacher planning day for them, for the teachers. And during teacher planning days, that's usually called an in-service day, and students get the day off. They're not doing those anymore. They only have one in-service day all year. And so now the teachers are expected to plan for an online learning day, speak with parents throughout the day, and plan for the future. Now, I know that I am not a part of the district, and I don't work for the district. However, this is what I observe. Know what the big deal is about that there. But that's robbing teachers of their actual planning time. Because what that's going to turn into, and I'm sure it's the district that's doing this, but what that's going to turn into is that entire day, parents are going to be trying to contact the teachers, but the teachers are going to be in meetings all day, or they're going to be with their teams all day, and they can't get to them. And then when that lack of communication is there, the parents are going to go to the front office staff, and then if the front office staff isn't there, they're going to go to the principal, and if the principal isn't there, then they're going to go to the district, and the district is going to get complaints. But does the district care? No, they don't. And I'm sure it's just due to the lack of school year that there was last year, because they didn't have 2 months of school, and so they're probably making it up by saying that these asynchronous days are making up for the absences last year so that they can still get their funding. Because we all know that attendance is how school gets money. It's how they're funded, is the attendance rate. It's a whole bunch of mess. So that's one reason. There's just a whole mess of stuff that's happening in the public school system. Another reason is it costs money to renew your license. It costs money. And that's money that I just do not have. Because my license, it was suspended because I quit in the middle of a school year, which is a big, big no-no. But you can reinstate it a year later. And that was totally fine by me. Nothing was happening in the world. I needed to not be there anymore. So I quit. And that put a little on my license and my certifications. And the next year, 2020, they don't do lifetime certificates anymore. They only do 5 years at a time. So every year you have to pay, and you have to do however many hours of like furthering your education, which I also don't have, so it doesn't even matter. So I don't have it, so I can't renew it. So, no. Big reason, big reason. Oh my gosh. So I just like legitimately can't go back to a classroom because it costs too much money to renew. And I don't have the hours, and I can't like backtrack and be like time traveling and get the 150 hours that I'm missing, you know? I'm sure I had 150 hours within the last 5 years, but I still have the degree. I still have ways to teach. And some of you might notice, this is not my poster, this is Emily's poster, but she gave it to me because I'm tutoring a kid. I don't know if I'm going to tutor today because lots of reasons, but we'll see. But I'm in my office right now, and on the other side is my like classroom because I teach on OutSchool. Right now, I'm not teaching on OutSchool. I can. The option is still very much there, but I like canceled all my classes, and I just haven't been feeling the passion for it. And like, teaching without passion is just really bad. It's not good for anyone. It's not good for me. It's not good for the students. It's not good for the parents that are watching me teach without passion, which is not a good time. So that happened like, a week or two ago. And so I was like, this isn't good for anybody. I'm gonna stop the classes and say I'm gonna take a break, refund people if like they're still in a class and we haven't finished the class. So refund them and everything like that. And I like went to the Facebook group. So I was like, can I pause my classes? Like, I can always come back, right? And they're like, yeah, you can do that. Cool. So I paused my classes, and happened like, a week or two ago. And so I was like, this isn't good for anybody. I'm gonna stop the classes and say I'm gonna take a break, refund people if like they're still in a class and we haven't finished the class. So refund them and everything like that. And I like went to the Facebook group. So I was like, can I pause my classes? Like, I can always come back, right? And they're like, yeah, you can do that. Cool. So I paused my classes, and I don't know when I'm gonna go back. Probably sooner than later. And it's not that I'm not a good teacher, but I'm a good enough teacher to know that if you're not teaching with passion, you shouldn't be teaching. So I'm gonna wait for my inspiration to come back before I start teaching again. And in the meantime, I will DoorDash and Instacart and, just live my little gig worker life and continue to be happy. So that's one thing I want to talk about. So there's all of my brain dump for you. I'm also drinking a Monster. I don't necessarily need it, but I want to have it, so I'm drinking it. It's also raining really hard, and I have to DoorDash at 11, and like, that's not a choice. I'm going to be DoorDashing at 11. So I gotta like prepare myself. So I'm gonna do that. You'll get to come along with me for like a little bit because I have to use my phone for it. What else? What else can we chat about? It's 7 minutes now that I've been talking about this. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna actually post this or what. I think we'll see. I have 1 hour before I have to get ready and go. So I'm gonna play Horizon Zero Dawn. Where am I looking? Okay, so I'm waiting on a DoorDash order, and I was waiting over in the corner of the parking lot, but now I'm waiting at a Gringo's because I got an order. But earlier when I was waiting over there in the corner, I only waited for like 5 minutes. Today's been a fantastic day for DoorDashing. I was over there in like an EMS vehicle, not an ambulance, but the other one came, and there were 2 guys, and they were figuring out what they were gonna do. I think they're delivering like PPE to Gringo's and all the restaurants here. But I was listening to a podcast and eating my celery and peanut butter because I was hungry, and I was listening to a podcast, and in this podcast they say, and I just found it so funny, and I like busted out laughing. Didn't realize they could hear me, and they like looked over and were like, hey, we're here. Cool. And then they waved and they went on, but it was just like, there's people. Cool.
or recently received a vaccine.
I feel free to bear my skin. Visit skyrizzy.com.
Previously